Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist. So we've got another tutorial for you today, and it's all about the best part of Sorare Fantasy Football, and that is of course the Sorare Fantasy Tournaments. So make sure you stick around to learn all about these tournaments in much more detail. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below to get a free limited card to buying your first 5 cards. You can also join our Patreon as well to get your personal scout of all the best players in the upcoming game week on Sorare Fantasy Football. You can also start for free with a 7-day trial. Okay, let's kick off then today, guys, and get straight into the tournament's Ultimate Guard. So this is the best part of Sorare, in my opinion, and that's the SO5 Fantasy Tournaments. These tournaments are known as SO5 because you have to pick a team of 5 players to enter each eligible tournament. To enter these tournaments, you'll need at least 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder or forward. So a team of 5. You'll also need to select a captain who will get 20% bonus on their score in most competitions. These tournaments are twice weekly if there's enough eligible matches. You also need to submit your team. You also need to submit your lineup before the deadline. There's also different regions and criteria for each division/region. Tournaments have different entry requirements as well and skill levels. Some tournament levels include amateur, semi-pro and pro competitions, cap modes and much more. The amateur tournaments are where most managers will start their journey, and it's a free-to-play game with a chance to win some limited cards to sell on the open market. There are 6 league-specific tournaments which you can draft a team of 8 players and play for free when all leagues are in full swing. These leagues are as follows: the American MLS, so this is just MLS players only, English Premier League, French League 1, German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga. You can draft a team for free in each of these tournaments and you'll receive the relevant common cards as well. So the tournament rules then. So only common cards are allowed in the amateur tournament. Your captain will get a 50% increase on their score and only players from the specific league are allowed. For example, in the MLS amateur tournament you can only use players from the American MLS. So on to the draft then. So for each of the tournaments in the amateur division, you'll need to draft your team of 8 players before entering the free-to-play tournaments. The rules of the draft are as follows. You can pick 2 players from the same team. You have 400 points to spend on your squad. You need to select 2 players for each position, so 2 goalkeepers, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders and 2 forwards. Each player is assigned a cost based on their recent performances in the real-life matches and scoring system on Sorare. Once you've selected your team, you'll have the option to swap 2 players each week if you wish to do so, but your squad in the amateur leagues will not exceed 8 players. Once you've selected your 8 players, you can then enter them in the relevant tournament. Like all tournaments on Sorare, you pick 5 player cards to enter these divisions, which must consist of at least 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder or forward. Once you've picked your team of 5, you will then need to select a captain, then press the submit button to submit your team for the upcoming game week. So rewards in the amateur tournaments then. So depending on where you finish, you'll get a chance to win some of the limited cards on Sorare which can be used in other competitions or sold on the Sorare marketplace. You will also get some score-based rewards in the form of Sorare coins which you can use to buy power-ups and jerseys for your team. So what are you waiting for? Get your team's draft and start entering the tournaments today. So on to the semi-pro tournaments then. So once you're ready to move to the next level, you will enter the semi-pro divisions. Just like the amateur divisions, they will have 6 specific league tournaments as follows: American MLS, English Premier League, French League 1, German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga. So tournament rules then. So some things to note here is that you will need at least 1 limited card to enter these tournaments. This player needs to be the player from a specific league and can be at any position. Another thing to note is that once you earn 10 or more limited cards, you can't enter this specific tournament. So rewards in semi-pro then. So just like the amateur division, there's limited cards up for grabs based on overall finish, and Sorare coins based on the amount of points you manage to get. There's also the pro tournaments. There are 6 league-specific tournaments as follows: American MLS, English Premier League, French League 1, German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga. Tournament rules then. So in these competitions, you need to have a minimum of 4 limited cards, and you also need to use 1 common card. And you can also use 1 common card. Your captain gets 50% bonus like the other starter competitions, and in this competition there's also a cap of 270 points in this league. As with the draft, every player is given an L15 score based on the average points of the last 15 games, also known as L15. This is used to calculate how many points that player would cost to put in your team of 5, just like the draft. So basically your team of 5 cannot exceed 270 points, as the points cap in this competition is 270. So rewards on pro competitions then. So like the amateur and semi-pro competitions, there's limited cards up for grabs based on the overall finish, and Sorare coins based on the amount of points you get. So on to the cap tournaments then. And we've already touched a little bit on this subject when we talked about the pro tournament, which is capped at 270 points. Every player is given a last L15 score, average points of their last 15 games, also known as L15. This is used to calculate how many points that player would cost to put in your team of 5 in capped competitions. So basically your team of 5 cannot exceed the specified points cap for each competition. There's 3 capped competitions. There's Cap 220, Cap 240, Cap 270. Let's learn a little bit more information about these specific capped competitions then. Cap 220 limited competition. So the Cap 220, basically the Cap 220 means your team of 5 cannot exceed the 220 points cap. You can pick a full team of limited cards or rare cards of course in the Cap 220 rare mode, but you can still use a common card if needed, and in the rare mode you can use the limited card. You can also use players from any league. You don't need to select a captain in this competition. Rewards up for grabs are twice as much as you can win in the starter league, so plenty up for grabs in the form of limited cards and Sorare coins. And of course, rare cards in the rare Cap 220. Cap 240 is very similar. Basically, the Cap 240 means you have a team of 5 cannot exceed the 240 points cap. You need to have 5 limiteds or rares to enter this competition. You can use players from any league. You don't select a captain in this competition, and no common cards or limited cards in the rare mode are allowed. Rewards up for grabs is twice as much as you can win in the starter league, so plenty up for grabs in the form of limit cards and rare cards, ETH as well, and Sorare coins. So in the limited mode of the Cap 240, you can actually win rare cards, which is absolutely fantastic, as well as in the red competition as well, of course. And you can also win some Ethereum with a score of 250 points or more, will get you $5 in Ethereum at the time of recording. Cap 270 then. So again, basically, the Cap 270 means your team of 5 cannot exceed the points cap of 270 points. You need 5 limiteds or 5 rares to enter this competition. You can use players from any league. Your captain gets a 50% bonus. No limited cards are allowed in this competition or common cards in the limited mode. Rewards up for grabs are twice as much as you can win in the starter league, so plenty up for grabs in form of limited card, rare cards, and Sorare coins. You can also win super rares as well in the rare mode of this competition. So now on to the big leagues, and this is the divisions and regions. Now these have different structures to the starter tournaments and the cap tournaments, which I'm going to explain now before going into criteria for the specific divisions and regions. Now all of the following divisions, regions are the following tournaments. So the All-Star League. The All-Star League contains 5 divisions in which you can play cards with players from any combination of leagues and during international breaks. The Champion Europe League contains 5 divisions. Entry is limited to players representing teams in the top 5 European leagues. So the Premier League, the Spanish La Liga, the Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga and the French League 1. We've also got the Champion America. The Champion America League contains 5 divisions. Entry is limited to players representing teams in the America leagues that Sorare cover. So the American MLS, the Argentina Superliga, the Mexican Liga MX, the Brazilian Serie A and the Peruvian Premier League, and the Ecuadorian League, and much more. There's also the Champion Asia division. Entry is limited to players representing teams in the Asia leagues that Sorare cover. So the Japan J League, the Korean K League, and the Chinese Super League. There's also the Second Division Europe as well. The Second Division Europe League contains 5 divisions. Entry is limited to players representing teams in the second division of the top 5 leagues in Europe. So England, France, Germany, Spain, and Italy. We've got the English Championship, French Liga 2, German Bundesliga 2, Spanish Liga 2, and the Italian Serie B. So let's go a bit more into the specific limited divisions and regions. Now the structure of the following leagues has been explained, let's look at the criteria in terms of the card scarcity that you can use in each division/region. So we'll start with the limited divisions and regions, which are also known as Division 5. You can only select limited cards in these tournaments. These are the yellow cards on Sorare, and you will need 5 of these limited cards to enter the division which must concede of at least one goalkeeper, one defender, one midfielder, one forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder, or forward. We've then got the rare division and regions. This is also known as Division 4. You need at least 5 rare cards to enter these tournaments. Rare cards are the red cards on Sorare, and you will need a team of 5 cards to enter this division, which must concede again of at least one goalkeeper, one defender, one midfielder, and one forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder, or forward. We've then got the Rare Pro Division/Regions, also known as Division 3. You need at least 3 rare cards, and you can also use 2 super rare cards in these tournaments, but you can also 5 rares if you wanted. Note, if you use a super rare card, they will get a bonus score. You can only select a rare card as captain in this tournament. Rare cards are the red cards on Sorare, and super rares are the blue. You need a team of 5 cards to enter this division, which must consist again of at least one goalkeeper, one defender, one midfielder, one forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder, or forward. Super rare divisions and regions then, also known as Division 2. You need at least 3 super rare cards, and you can also use a max 1 unique card and 1 rare card in these tournaments. You can only select a super rare card as the captain in this division. Rare cards are the red cards on Sorare, super rares are the blue, and uniques are the black-brown coloured cards. You will need a team of 5 cards to enter this division, which again must consist of at least one goalkeeper, one defender, one midfielder, one forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder, or forward. Unique divisions and regions, also known as Division 1. You need at least 3 unique cards here. You can also use 2 super rare cards in these tournaments if you wish to do so. You can only select a unique card as the captain in this division. Unique cards are the black-brown coloured cards on Sorare. Super rares are again the blue cards. You'll need a team of 5 to enter this division, which must consist of at least one goalkeeper, one defender, one midfielder, one forward, and either an extra defender, midfielder, or forward. So, in the SO5 tournaments, you can win more player cards, Sorare coins, and also ETH prizes, which vary for each division. You can also win special prizes like match tickets and team jerseys in special weeklies. Sorare announced the prizes, the amount of ETH and cards that are up for grabs for every game week and every division when the game week is open to enter. The amount of available rewards depends on the number of licensed professional players playing in the game week and will therefore vary. To find out what rewards are available for the upcoming game week and on the different tournaments, you can view the available rewards. There are 6 tiers of rewards, with Star being the best caliber of reward, and this card reward will be the star player within that specific region. Second best is Tier 1, followed by Tier 2, etc. all the way down to Tier 5. You also get some ETH for finishing the podium places on most of the tournaments as well. And in the All-Star competitions, you can also win ETH for a number of other positions as well. And of course, in the Cap 240 modes, you can win ETH by scoring over 250 points. And in the Academy now as well, for your training lineups, you can also win 0.003 of ETH if you manage to finish in the top 500 at the time of recording. And of course, you can also now win Sorare coins in all competitions depending on how many points you score. You can use these coins to buy badges, skins and boosts for your clubs and teams, and also buy mystery jerseys as well. Some of these are signed. So now you know all about the tournaments, let me just quickly show you how to enter these tournaments if you are new to Sorare. All you need to do is just go over to the play page, go to upcoming. You then just need to go to the tournament that you want to register in. So in this example, I'm going to be registering the All-Star Limited. Just go ahead and click register. Then you can go ahead and select your team by filling in the relevant positions. So start with the goalkeeper. We've got the goalkeeper, defender, then the midfielder, forward, and the extra slot again can be a midfielder, defender, or forward. So I'm going to go ahead and put Mukhtar in that position. And then you need to select your captain, who of course gets that extra bonus on their score. So I'm going to go ahead with Carlos Gill in this example, and that'll boost his percentage score for the upcoming game week. And then once you've done that, all you need to do is just go ahead and click on submit. Your team will then be registered for the upcoming tournament on the Sorare Fantasy Football. So that's it, that's everything you need to know about the Sorare tournament and how to enter your lineups. Plenty of rewards up for grabs, guys, and you can get started today with a free card after buying your first 5 cards on auction. To get this free card, you will need to use the link in the description below to sign up to Sorare, draft your teams, start entering those fantasy football tournaments. Okay then, thanks for watching as always. If you did like the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. We've also got a Patreon now as well if you wanted extra scouting of players for all the upcoming game weeks. You can get that with a free 7-day trial as well. Link for that is in the description. There's also a free ebook if you want to download some more guides on Sorare. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook by searching Sorare Assist, and check out sorareassist.com. Okay, thanks for watching as always. I'll see you again on the next video.